Assalamu alaikum. My dear student, I am Dr. Noreen Khan, lecturer of Biochemistry Department. Today I will discuss about the new chapter. The chapter name is Metabolism. So here we will discuss about some definitions and some phases of metabolism. So let's start. Metabolism. Metabolism, it is the sum total of anabolism and catabolism. On the other hand, we can also say in this way, metabolism is the sum total of the integrated chemical activities occurring at the cellular level which is concerned with anabolism or catabolism is known as the metabolism. Metabolism has two parts, anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism means synthetic process and catabolism is a breakdown process. Anabolism, it is the synthetic process where there will be formation of large molecules from small molecules with utilization of energy such as synthesis of protein, synthesis of lipid is also the part of anabolism. And catabolism, it is the breakdown process where there will be breakdown of large complex biomolecules into the simple organic molecules with or without release of energy. So in case of anabolism there will be utilization of energy, and in case of catabolism there will be with or without release of energy. Anabolism also known as the endergonic reaction, and catabolism is also known as the exergonic reaction. In case of glycolysis, glycolysis is the oxidation of glucose. Here there will be release of energy, but glycogenolysis to formation of glucose, here no energy will be released, but glycolysis and glycogenolysis is also the part of catabolism. So in one place there is a release of energy in glycolysis, and in glycogenolysis there will be no release of energy. Now come to the point, purpose of metabolism. Purpose of metabolism is there will be formation of macromolecules from small organic molecules, and there will be release of energy from ingested food materials which will help for cellular work such as osmotic work, membrane transport, mechanical work, electrical work, muscle contraction, nerve contraction, etc. And there will be maintenance of body temperature. What is bioenergetics? Bioenergetics is the study of energy changes, transfer or utilization of energy which is associated with the biochemical reaction. It is known as the bioenergetics, and free energy is the available energy to do work is the free energy. Now come to the point, what is metabolic fuel? Metabolic fuel are the biomolecules which are concerned with the production of energy through oxidative process, and there will be carbon material for protoplasmic makeup. These are the metabolic fuels, and metabolic fuels are glucose, amino acid, fatty acid and ketone bodies in case of starvation process. So metabolic fuel is very important for the Viva and MCQ and also for the written. And in case of metabolic fuel, in the first stage there will be production of reduced coenzyme through the oxidative process and formation of ATP at the substrate level. In the second stage of metabolic fuel there will be also production of reduced coenzyme, but this will go to the respiratory chain for production of ATP. Now come to the point, phases of catabolism. There are three phases of catabolism. In the first phase there will be hydrolysis of complex biomolecules into the building block units, such as from carbohydrate. If we take carbohydrate, if there is a polysaccharide, when there is more than 10 monosaccharide units connected by the glycosidic bond, we tell it polysaccharide. So from polysaccharide there will be monosaccharide. It is the building block of polysaccharide or carbohydrate, and monosaccharide is the smallest form of carbohydrate which cannot hydrolyze further into the simple form of carbohydrate. So from polysaccharide we will get monosaccharide units, from protein we will get amino acid, and from lipid we will get fatty acid and glycerol. So in the first phase there will be conversion of macromolecules into their building block units by the process hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means in the presence of water, if the breakdown occurs, that is the hydrolysis. In the second phase of catabolism, conversion of these end products into the acetyl-CoA. So all carbon of fatty acid, 2/3 carbon of carbohydrate and glycerol, and half carbon of amino acid will oxidized to form acetyl-CoA. And in the third and last phase of catabolism, this acetyl-CoA, which is the 2 carbon unit, it will go into the oxidative process in the TCA cycle, and in the TCA cycle we will get ATP, and this ATP is important for our day-to-day life. And now come to the point, what is ATP? ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. So composition of ATP is, there will be adenine base, it is the nitrogen base. There will be sugar base, ribose sugar, and there will be phosphate group, and there will be 3 phosphate groups. This is the ATP. And in case of ADP plus 1 phosphate, if added with the ADP, adenosine diphosphate, then we will get ATP, adenosine triphosphate, through our carbohydrate, protein and fat diet. And after production of ATP, it will utilize in the detoxification biosynthetic process, synthesis of some molecules in case of metabolism, and in case of cellular work, muscle contraction, membrane transport, etc. Now come to the point, what is primary metabolism, secondary metabolism and tertiary metabolism. Primary metabolism, when complex food materials, carbohydrate, protein and fat, lipid diet we take, and it will be converted into their building block unit through the process of hydrolysis. This is the primary metabolism. So from carbohydrate we will get glucose, from protein we will get amino acid, and from lipid we will get fatty acid. So these are the end product of the complex biomolecules, and this is the primary metabolism. When this end product of primary metabolism will go some anabolic process and some catabolic process, and in the anabolic process, when synthesis occurs of some molecules with liberation of ATP through the oxidative process at substrate level, that is the secondary metabolism. And in case of secondary metabolism, in the catabolic process there will be production of reduced coenzyme. This is the secondary or intermediary metabolism. And in the tertiary metabolism, this reduced coenzyme when go to the respiratory chain and produced water and ATP, that is the tertiary metabolism. Now come to the point, biological oxidation. In case of biological oxidation, there will be oxidation of the biomolecules in the biological system under the influence of enzymes and coenzymes, and the enzymes are known as the oxidoreductase group of enzymes. The enzymes are dehydrogenase, catalase, oxidase, peroxidase and oxygenase, etc. In the biological oxidation, 3 mechanisms involved. First mechanism is there will be addition of oxygen to the biomolecules. Number 2 is there will be removal of electron from the biomolecules, and number 3 is there will be removal of hydrogen from the biomolecules. In the biological oxidation, if electron or hydrogen donate occurs, they are known as the reductants, and if electron or hydrogen except occurs, they are known as the oxidants. So in case of biological oxidation, reduction and oxidation occurs, and combinedly they are known as the redox potential or redox pair. Redox pair means when there will be NAD and there will be NAD2H, there is an oxidative form of nucleotide, and there is a reducing form of nicotinamide adenosine nucleotide. So these two form combinedly known as the redox pair, which occurs in the biological oxidation. And in the biological oxidation, the main principle is there will be formation of the building block, there will be conversion of complex biomolecules into the acetyl-CoA 2 carbon units, and this 2 carbon unit acetyl-CoA will be break down and liberate carbon dioxide and reducing equivalent to hydrogen molecules, and this hydrogen will move through the respiratory chain, and ultimately it will combine with oxygen and form metabolic water and ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the main currency, energy currency of our body, ATP. and it will produced in the respiratory chain level, and it will also produce in the substrate level, and ultimately it will give energy, and it will help through different biosynthetic process, ion transport, membrane transport, muscle contraction, thermogenesis, etc. So these are all about the first chapter, metabolism, and in the second class we will discuss about the respiratory chain. So up till now, Allah Hafiz. Thank you all.